and his momentum was only stopped by a announce table.
Yeah, that was.
So many wrong things there. Start off the Royal Rumble night with the Royal Rumble match.
And it was a Royal Rumble match.
Before anything, Pat McAfee's music hits,
Oh god.
and
And he
he
ruined the
has
fucking
returned.
pay-per-view.
I liked it.
I didn't like one. I didn't like McAfee. Two, I didn't like Graves. Three, I didn't like the other one, Cole. And four, I didn't like a three-man commentary booth. And then we have three shitty commentators doing a three-man commentary booth, which is the worst formula ever, unless you have Bobby the Brain Heenan.
If there's that many negatives, then maybe it circles around to a positive.
No, it was awful. Anytime McAfee opened his mouth, it just made me want to just put a red hot poker in my ear. He said stupid shit too. Stupid nonsensical shit. He was trying to be funny. He's not. It was stupid little bouffant hair. He was a punter, nothing more.
That it?
Yeah.
All right, so we start out the men's Royal Rumble. Number one is Gunther. He
My
is followed
stomach
by
sank because I knew at that moment he wasn't going to win the Royal Rumble.
yeah. So Gunther, he enters number one. Number two was Sheamus.
I
I wrote
see.
them all down. Do you want me to just run them down?
I knew you would. I knew you'd be so fucking autistic that you fucking write all that shit down. That's why I didn't even bother. Yeah, go ahead. Did you write down the eliminations too?
Yeah.
I knew you would, man. All right, yeah, go for it.
Now, I only did those. I didn't take notes on the match, like all the stuff that happened during the match.
Oh, like who body slammed
You'll-
who and
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I
sure
wouldn't
you can
expect
fill
to.
in. I'll do the eliminations and then we'll talk about the highlights.
Okay.
All right. So first we got Gunther, then we go to Sheamus, then we got The Miz, and then we got Kofi Kingston, Johnny Gargano. The Miz gets eliminated first by Sheamus. Yeah, of course. We then go Xavier Woods, Karrion Kross, Chad Gable, and Drew McIntyre. Cross gets eliminated by Drew McIntyre
Really
as
early.
soon as he came out. Yeah. We
I
then
don't know
go
if they're.
to
Do you think they're still high on him?
on Cross.
Yeah, he's feuding with Rey Mysterio. He just lost to Rey Mysterio, and he didn't even last 5 minutes in the Rumble.
Yeah, it does seem like they're kind of souring on him a little bit. I actually felt that too. I was like,
Okay.
are they souring on him? I thought he would at least do a good showing in the Rumble.
Yeah, like obviously everybody can't be champion, but
Yeah, make a deep run at least.
right.
Santos Escobar was next, and then Angelo Dawkins. Xavier Woods was then eliminated by Gunther. Kofi Kingston was also eliminated by Gunther, so he eliminated both Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. This Kofi elimination was, I think, a botch. Because there was
It was a fabulous botch if it was.
well, there was the chair there,
Uh-huh.
and by chair I mean like a swiveling office chair,
Uh-huh.
and Kofi was supposed to land on that chair and do something to get back into the ring. But he didn't because it's a swiveling chair and no one was holding it.
Yeah.
So he immediately hit the chair and crashed into the announce table.
Well, the funny thing is he log rolled him in the chair.
Yeah.
And then Michael Cole tried to sell us on, oh, but his foot might still be there. No, come on.
Yeah.
If Kofi would have got back into that fucking ring, I would have turned it off.
Yeah.
On essentially a concrete floor. Yeah. So yeah, if that was a botch, that was a beautiful botch.
There was a good line by McAfee here as they're trying to figure out if he's, and I even put it a question mark. Kofi eliminated question mark because they're selling it. I was like, I think he is. It's a botch. But yeah, as they're figuring it out, enter Brock Lesnar. McAfee tells Kofi, "Well, if you're trying to figure out if you're eliminated, you might as well keep trying to figure it out for a few more minutes." Because the alpha male of our species is here, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
We quickly then get Santos Escobar, Angelo Dawkins, Chad Gable, all eliminated in succession by Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar just fucked shit up. It was great.
Yeah, this all came in with like... it was hard for me to even keep up with it. Like, that might not even be how the right order.
I love Lesnar, man. There's no frills to him. He just, I mean, yeah, he's redundant with the suplexes and shit, but everything he does is intense. It's hard hitting. It looks like he's really just throwing people around because he is. It's great.
Yeah, he manhandles.
Yes, with ease.
Out next comes Bobby Lashley. There's a little quick. Oh, before Bobby Lashley come out, I did want to point out that there was a quick little stare off between Brock and Gunther,
Oh, it was great.
kind of teasing that being a Royal Rumble match. I don't know if you caught it, but Gunther
When he chopped
Gunther
him,
chopped him, and Brock Lesnar no sold it. So
you just looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
yeah, he like buffed his chest out and just took it.
But then
Didn't
he
even-
then he kneed him in the gut, and he sold that. So
yeah, but he no sold the chop.
yeah,
Like
they always no sell the chop at first. Strowman no sold the chop. I gotta admit, I was worried when I saw that though. But as soon as he went into that knee, like there was a little bit of offense.
yeah, so then out comes Bobby Lashley. And the surprise so far of the Royal Rumble, he eliminates Brock Lesnar. I'm surprised that Brock Lesnar was only in the Rumble like 5 minutes.
I thought he was gonna be Final Four. I really did.
Yeah, I thought he was going to have definitely a more impactful run, but he did eliminate 3 people, so there's that too.
Oh yeah, he came in and made an immediate impact, and Lashley surprise exited him.
Yeah,
You got the jump on him, and it furthers that feud. And I think we're gonna get Lashley and Lesnar at WrestleMania.
yeah, it seems we are going that way. Lesnar threw a fit on the outside. He
Wait, did
slammed
he?
the stairs into the table.
And then there's a part in my mind I was like, man, it'd be really great if he just took out Corbin and took his place in the Rumble. And I got half of half of my wish because he just immediately just decked Corbin.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do it too. I thought he was just going to like take his spot.
Yeah,
Because next, was Baron Corbin. He comes out, Lesnar attacks him. He also threw a security guard over the guardrail.
he did. And then he went back to the announce table and just disappeared.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
was-
he left outside that area.
Yeah, I
instead
just
of
thought
up
that
the
was
ring.
weird. He just disappeared.
So yeah, he attacks Corbin. So Corbin never officially enters the ring. Then we have next is
There's a there's a part where he's walking Lesnar. He's walking out where the ring girl is to leave, and the ring girl is just kind of so she's cowering like alongside the wall, and then you have all the officials are trying to stop Lesnar from being a maniac. And I just thought it would be funny if Lesnar would have just grabbed her and just had his way with her while they just looked helplessly.
golly.
Like that's how pissed off he was.
As he gives his big eyes, oh, you're about to get it.
Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah, so then after that, Seth Rollins is next. He curb stomps. I think
Corbin.
he curb stomps. Yeah. Curb
Corbin's-
stomps Corbin, who's starting to get up.
Yeah.
And then he throws him into the ring and then officially eliminates Corbin. So he's in the match. Like,
For like
in
2
the
seconds.
ring, he's like, yeah, in the ring, 2 seconds. Didn't get any offense.
0.
Wrestling god. We then get Otis.
Who looks like a
Um,
golem.
Yeah, he's just getting wider and wider. Or
And those facial expressions.
after Otis, Rey Mysterio is next. He never officially makes it to the ring. In between that,
Oh, what happened to him?
he got attacked,
Oh, okay.
apparently.
I remember the music, and I remember Dominique coming out, but I don't. Then I saw that Ray wasn't in the ring, but I didn't remember him getting eliminated. So
Yeah, so Ray, his music hits, but he never, you never actually see him.
okay.
And then it's like, they say, oh, Rey Mysterio is supposed to be out here, but we don't know what happened to him. In that time frame, Rollins eliminates Bobby Lashley. And then number 18 is Dominic Mysterio. He comes out and he's holding Rey Mysterio's mask. So that tells you what happened to Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
He took his
okay.
mask.
I thought he just had a mask. And then that didn't make any sense to me because Rey Mysterio wasn't there. So I'm like, why the fuck does he have a mask then? Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's what happened.
And then he tried to tear the mask. And this little buggy whipped arm motherfucker, it has holes in it already. It's not like,
No, it's probably hard to rip. You don't know what it's made of.
I bet it's not. He could have cut it, pre-cut it. there's no way you're gonna see me struggling ripping a mask.
Like, I don't want to rip it. I don't think you can. No, I just don't want.
And he kept trying to rip it too. That's the funny thing. Like he wouldn't just let it go.
Yeah. After Dominic is in the ring, we get Otis. He's eliminated by the Bang Bros. Elias is next, and before Elias comes out, while he's coming out, my internet started spinning.
Okay.
By the time it finished, Elias was eliminated.
Yeah, Elias came out, and then this is why I have a problem with the Royal Rumble, because he came out and he immediately hits Gunther with the guitar, and then I think maybe somebody eliminated him fairly quickly.
Yeah, he's pretty much in and out.
Yeah, he hit somebody with a guitar and then got eliminated, basically. I can't remember. I want to say it was McIntyre, but I really don't know.
After that, we get Finn Balor. He comes out to kind of back up to Dominic,
Yeah, nice little run.
and they eliminate Johnny Gargano.
Good.
Booker T comes out next.
As our first surprise entrant.
Yes, he is the first surprise, and he does his spin-a-rooney. He gets that in,
Yeah.
and then gets eliminated by Gunther.
Which was impressive because his scissor kicks looked awful.
Well, he's like, I mean, he's in pretty good shape to be whatever age he is.
Yeah, but don't say that he's how old he is, because he just did a flawless spin-a-rooney.
No, I'm just saying, he's older. He can't move like he used to, but
But he did a spin-a-rooney. I'm telling you, the physical prowess to do a spin-a-rooney, I would imagine, is harder than a scissor kick.
no, it's all technique.
Okay. You know from all the
Back
hundreds
from
of
my-
times that you've done a spin-a-rooney?
Back from my breaking days,
Yeah,
I can tell you it's just it's all technique.
of course.
Next, we have Montez Ford. He's out there.
Oh yeah, Booker T's hair is just as long as Bianca Belair's now.
Yeah,
That's a
It is
long
pretty long.
head of hair.
Montez Ford comes out,
With a
followed by
stupid
Damian
solo cup.
Priest.
Yeah, make sure you
Um,
sip that solo cup before you go in the Royal Rumble.
And what's in the cup is what you need to be asking.
Rat piss.
So, Priest, he eliminates Ford, and then out. So now all of Judgment Day is there, and they're looking dominant. And then out comes Edge, the returning Edge, back from we hadn't seen him since the Last Man Standing match at Extreme Rules, so October. Edge quickly eliminates Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Dom not eliminated. Then we have this little sidebar. Edge, Priest, Finn Balor, they're all brawling.
Because
And they're brawling.
Finn Balor, after he was eliminated, Edge is on the ropes. I think he tried to eliminate Dominique, but he slithered away. But Balor pulled Edge out, and they counted that as an elimination. Because no disqualification.
Yeah, and then that's what led to the sidebar of them brawling. Judgment Day and Edge. And as they get to the ramp, Edge is getting the upper hand. And then, of course, Rhea Ripley interferes. And then out comes, looking monstrous, by the way, Beth Phoenix. And I say that in a positive way. So now we finally get the standoff of Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley. Beth Phoenix gets the better of Rhea Ripley to the tune of a spear. I'll go ahead and say it now. I thought that was going to happen in the Royal Rumble, like this whole Beth Phoenix, Rhea Ripley thing. I thought what was going to happen was Beth Phoenix was going to enter the Royal Rumble, eliminate Rhea Ripley, and then that sets up a WrestleMania match between Beth Phoenix and Rhea Ripley. But we went a different direction. They did the spot during the men's Royal Rumble. Back in the actual Royal Rumble, next out comes Austin Theory, Omos, Braun Strowman. Omos looks dominant, of course. They're talking about, oh, who's going to eliminate Braun Strowman? I'm sorry, who's going to eliminate Omos? And that's when we get to the Braun Strowman thing, kind of replaying the whole.
I wish Omos wrestled as good as he talked, because he's a good shit talker. This is my house. What the fuck you doing?
Oh yeah, there was a moment. There was a moment where Strowman hit him. He kind of no-sold it, and he looked back at Strowman. He was like, "You fucked up now."
Yeah, it was great. Unfortunately, he wrestles, and it's not as good. Also,
Yeah.
real quick, Gunther had a cut on his back, and there was a couple times where the cameraman would zoom in on it, but the three morons on commentary were too busy talking about who has the prettier vagina to fucking commentate on that. It looked pretty vicious at the time. I mean, later on, it wasn't like gushing or anything, but it was a nice little scrape.
I didn't see it, but I did see that he was kind of bruised up, yeah. But yeah, we have Strowman. He gets eliminated by Omos. No, sorry. Omos gets eliminated by Strowman. Next out, we have Ricochet. So that team's there. We have Sheamus and Drew McIntyre getting eliminated by Gunther. Out then comes Logan Paul, and then our final participant, Cody Rhodes.
Which
I
thought Sammy was supposed to be in the Royal Rumble. Didn't they say he was going to be in the Royal Rumble?
No, they never said.
Okay, I thought they did.
We've only just been talking about it.
Okay. And I could have sworn that they did, but...
I will say that it does make sense if they weren't going to have him win the Rumble to not put him in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way to do it,
You can't have Cody Rhodes eliminate Sami Zayn and not get booed out of the building.
Well, somebody else would. Gunther would do it.
Even then, he would still then get booed. Like, once Sami Zayn got eliminated, the match would probably, from that point, been ruined, and like the crowd was just gonna throw it back at him.
No, the match was ruined as soon as Logan Paul's music hit.
What do you mean? You got your winner.
Yeah, but he ruined it. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! You wanna go? Let's go!
I will say, he got major heat. Like, everybody was blowing the shit out of him, probably because of the whole crypto thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how big that. I know that's a thing, but I don't know like how big of a thing it is. I know he's a scummy person before all that, so.
Well, yeah, I don't know how big on the grand scheme. Like, I don't know how many people are like following it, but when you have like, you know, all these different circles making videos on it, now you know it's getting bigger. But the crowd there, I don't know how hip to it they were, but they didn't like it. Like, they were blowing him out the building.
Because he's fucking awful.
There was a weird spot where Ricochet was on one side of the ring, Logan Paul was on the other side of the ring.
Yeah, you want to go?
Outside.
You want to go? You want to go? Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, and then they both did like a springboard
and they just
into each other. Like
they just jumped into each other like retards.
It was like
how stupid is that? We're just gonna bash into each other.
Well, what I saw it as was like, you know, Dragon Ball Z, after they charge up and then like after they Saiyan up and then they just like charge into each other before the fight. You know,
yeah,
they
I guess so.
make that big, like, I don't know. Everybody was going crazy over that spot though, so there's that.
I thought it was dumb. And it was like I have no idea what in any competitive environment why you would use the strategy of just diving into your opponent at the same time as he dives into you.
Yeah, I don't know what they were exactly going for there. But
and even as like a sports entertainment thing, like he didn't do like a midair Hurricane Rana or something like that. That would have been cool. They both dive at each other and then Ricochet does a Hurricane Rana.
Well, I mean,
I know.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
I know.
I don't know how possible that is.
But you can do it.
Like, yeah, it's so awesome to see. But,
you know, honestly, if anybody could do it right now, I bet it could be Ricochet.
It'd be amazing to see.
Yeah.
Basically, changing his direction midair.
Well, I mean, you need a little bit of help from Logan Paul. Yeah, there'd be a lot of moving parts to the move, but it'd be great. There was a.
So
there was a. I think it was Bash at the Beach or something. Rey Mysterio wrestled Psychosis, and there was a spot where Psychosis was going to do the Razor's Edge off the very top rope, and then just at the last second, Rey Mysterio gets him in the Hurricane Rana. Just saying, Ricochet could have topped that.
Yeah, I think I actually remember that spot. But yeah, so the American roller coaster, Cody Rhodes is last.
Is that
number
your
30.
new nickname for him?
No, that's MJF's nickname for him.
Oh, okay.
And he eliminates Dominic Mysterio, Braun Strowman. Ricochet then gets eliminated by Austin Theory. Gunther, during that, after that elimination, we announced that Gunther has set the record for being in the Royal Rumble match the longest,
Yeah, I did not expect him to
beating.
last that long.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise. Paul eliminates Seth Rollins because we're down to the final. Well, we were down to the final three, but it was actually the final four because Paul was outside sleeping.
He did a Jerry the King Lawler.
So he eliminates Seth Rollins, taking him out of the match, who was oddly a lot of people's favorite to win the match for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cody Rhodes then officially eliminates Logan Paul, and then you're down to Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. The final two, the final one being Cody Rhodes. He wins the Royal Rumble and the right to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
You sure did. I thought it was really surprising that there was only like one surprise entrance. The surprise was there was no surprises. The lack of NXT folks was kind of interesting.
Yeah, they didn't really do
Like Grayson Waller or Braun Breaker didn't get in there.
Yeah, they didn't do surprises. They didn't do NXT. I guess it's good that you're like using your own talent. I guess
Yeah.
like you're showing you have a roster deep enough that you don't need surprises or whatever. I guess. But I did find myself, honestly, I found myself kind of let down for that Royal Rumble match.
I
And
thought
another
that,
thing, I thought it was weird that they opened the show, but after the Royal Rumble, I figured, okay, that's why they opened the show. There's not really much to it.
yeah. Well, I thought they stare down thing way too much. Like it was a nice moment the first couple times they did it, but then like every 5 minutes somebody would stop and they'd stare, and then they'd stare at the crowd, then they'd stare back at each other, and then they'd have their little one-on-one little exchange.
It's like they're, dang it, what's it called when you're testing the market? You're getting a survey pretty much to see if the crowd is into. So later on, if you need to do that match on a bigger stage, you can know you have that match. Like if the crowd, I mean, they always react, but if they don't react, then you know.
Yeah, but do they
Oh,
need
they
to
don't
do
wanna
that
see
every
this
five
match.
minutes? They're not obviously they're not going to have every single person that gets a stare down a match. So why wouldn't you just limit it to the Gunther and Lesnar, and then somebody else had a stare down?
Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins,
Yeah, they had a stare down.
because they spent the year feuding before Cody got hurt. I don't know. I thought I was okay with it. It kind of let the crowd know that this was about to happen,
Yeah.
as opposed to them just like underselling it and getting right to it.
I also didn't like the fact that I knew that Cody Rhodes was going to win, especially as soon as he came out at number 30.
Yeah, as I saw, I was thinking, you know, if you want me to be on board with this Cody Rhodes thing, he better come out number one. Like that's for starters. He better be out there first, or at least. Honestly, I thought he was going to come out number three for some reason. Like that was the number I was set on, but
Nope.
yeah, he came out 30th.
There was the 3 in
Also,
there.
yeah. Also, I did find it funny that his pyro was still going off. We're in the middle of a Royal Rumble and he has his pyro going off. Like we're in the. That's why I also thought he was gonna come out number one. It's like, I mean, it's Cody Rhodes. He's gonna have to have his whole entrance thing going on. Like he's not just gonna, you know, you hear his music and then he's just running down the aisle. No, he's gonna have his grand entrance.
Well,
Well, he still got it.
Did you see that entrance ramp though? He had plenty of time for pyro.
Yeah.
That was the longest entrance ramp, and then it had like this little maze thing. It looked
Yeah,
like
the
he had to come.
SummerSlam one was long as hell too.
Oh, was it? I guess I didn't notice. I think it's because it's boxed off. It just makes it look longer.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, Roman Reigns is gonna take
Right.
Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt. They're gonna take forever to get to the ring. And I guess Cody Rhodes is in that long entrance
I
realm
guess so.
too. But yeah, Cody Rhodes wins. Predictable. Yeah.
Very predictable. Especially as soon as Rollins got eliminated. I thought Gunther would win before Rollins, but still, it is Rollins.
Yeah, and you knew neither one was gonna win.
Right.